morning. I'm Dr. Steve Stites, Chief Medical Officer here at the University of Kansas Health System, Executive Vice Chancellor at the University of Kansas Medical Center, and that good-looking guy in that T-shirt just a minute ago.
And I'm Dr. Sean Kumer.
Keep up with me. Come on
Exactly.
now.
Chief Medical Officer of the Kansas City Division. Welcome to a special Open Mics.
We recorded this program earlier in order to spend some quality time with family and friends this Thanksgiving, and unfortunately, some people actually came to my house, and we hope you're doing the same.
Holidays like Thanksgiving can be especially tough on patients who don't like being sick in the hospital. Over the next half hour, we're going to share how our staff goes above and beyond to make Thanksgiving a special day for our patients and their loved ones.
And just like at home, this day is all about the food, as Jessica Lovell shows us. She takes us behind the scenes to the health system kitchen to see what's cooking and how much it takes to feed thousands a holiday feast.
Well, we know being thankful on Thanksgiving is number one, but a very close second has to be the food. And it can feel like a turkey with your head cut off, just trying to prepare a meal at home for 10, 12, or 20 people. But can you imagine doing it for several thousand people? Well, that's exactly what they do here inside the Bell Cafe each and every holiday, each and every Thanksgiving. And Andre Allen, he is executive chef here at the Bell Cafe. He's going to kind of tell us how they do it. How do you do it? Where do you start? How do you prepare for preparing a big meal like this?
With love and care, and we have history over the years of how many products we use and things like that. So we started a month ago, making sure the purveyor has our products, along with the menu we already have in place, and we just kind of get the ball rolling from there.
Right, and then you start at the beginning of the week, so you already started on Monday preparing for Thanksgiving Day, and you're going to be serving a meal on Thursday and Friday, right?
Yes.
And why is that?
Well, we want to make sure everyone gets a touch, because imagine being in a hospital, you really don't know what time it is. So Thursday come and go, so they can wake up Friday and they can still have that meal they may have missed. Families coming to visit their loved ones, so make sure everyone gets a meal there.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird time, and you want to make sure that everybody just has that taste of home. So I want to talk about this menu, because by the looks of it and the sounds of it, and I bet by the taste of it, it's gonna feel very traditional for people. I guess you didn't have to think very hard on what needs to go on that menu, because you want to make sure that what's on there is what people are expecting. Yes. So what are the big hit items?
Of course, the turkey, the glazed ham. We have mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy. Sweet potatoes, pecan pie, pumpkin pie, all the good stuff for a holiday.
Well, and I want to talk numbers. 140 pounds of mashed potatoes, 10 gallons of gravy, 400 pounds of turkey. Just kind of, where do you start? Like you said, you have to have all these foods come here to the kitchen, and then you're also making menu items that you make every single day. How do you maneuver and make all that work?
We have a good staff here. Lots of equipment, so we have like I said, the numbers from previous years, so we know what we need to buy. We set our production charts and just kind of get things going.
Okay, so I have a quick question. So when the plates start coming back from the rooms,
yes.
And you're looking at them, what's the one item that's always licked clean?
I would say the stuffing. Stuffing. That's always a house favorite. My favorite as well.
Yeah, good carbs.
Yes, and not something you get all the time. Once or twice a year you get that stuffing with that turkey, so I would say it was stuffing.
So let's talk about our patients and our employees. And our employees really become the family members for our patients when they're here. And just why is it so important to really just put that extra touch, that extra love into this particular meal on Thanksgiving?
Well, that's kind of something we don't have to really instill on our staff. They just enjoy it so much, so they know they're going to be here taking care of themselves as well as patients, so they just come in here and with a happy face and ready to go. So
they are. They're ready to go every day. You guys make such great food. You do it all the time, and we love it. We love it. And I'm going to let you get back to work, because we've been talking about it, and it sounds like you're pretty busy. So,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right. Thank you so much, Chef. Dr. Kumer and Dr. Stites, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanksgiving is all about the food. At our house, we tend to graze all day, leaving sometimes with that overly full feeling. Feeling full is one thing, but feeling sick is a whole nother. Dr. Dana Hawkinson joins us to talk about the risks of food poisoning this time of year from undercooking food or leaving it out too long. Hawk?
Yeah, exactly, Sean. Food poisoning can be a serious threat at this time of year. I checked in with the managing director of the Kansas Poison Control Center, Dr. Elizabeth Silver, and she says Thanksgiving Day can be especially busy for them. Well, thank you so much for seeing us again, Dr. Silver.
Yeah,
Just
thanks.
Wondering about some poison control and cooking tips.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that this Poison Control Center is quite busy, specifically for the holidays.
Yep.
How soon do the phones start ringing on Thanksgiving?
Well, we are 24/7, so unfortunately they're ringing the whole time, but particularly in the afternoons, like the early afternoon, 1, 2 p.m., when people start kind of getting ready to eat, alongside kind of the rest of the dinner time. So pretty much all the way through the early afternoon, evening is when those calls really pick up for us.
So after the cooking has taken place.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what are the temperatures, or what are we looking for when we are cooking during the holiday?
So we're really trying to aim for those safe food preparation tips. So one, no cross-contamination. If you're working with the turkey, if you're working with any kind of poultry, any kind of meat, we want to make sure that that is handled on its own cutting board, washing your hands in between, no cross-contamination there. But the main thing is when we're cooking that turkey, getting that to the correct temperature. So for poultry, that's 165 Fahrenheit, and then our other food references like ground beef and some other things are typically like 160, 145, depending on what you're cooking.
Okay. So that being said, then probably getting some sort of meat thermometer is going to be very important for looking at those temperatures.
Absolutely. Even the ones that will like pop out of the turkey,
Yeah.
that's usually a great start. And there's a lot of references that people can go to online to look at that too.
And then after the cooking, and then after the eating as well, can you have leftovers out for how long? And then what do you do to reheat them?
Yeah, I mean, just like me, I tend to kind of go back for seconds, so it's pretty common to have the food out for a little bit of time, very normal. Just after a couple of hours, we really like that food to go back in the refrigerator so that it can go down to a cooler temperature so the bacteria doesn't start to grow. That's going to be a big prevention tip for food poisoning. So after a couple of hours, typically 2, we want that food back in, and then you can eat those leftovers for the next few days safely.
I think safely is the main goal there.
Absolutely.
So that being said, then how does the actual poison control line work, and how do we use it if we need it? And also, is it anonymous?
Yes, so our Poison Control Center, just like all of them across the country, free, confidential, toll-free number at 1-800-222-1222. And we have specialists here that are staffed 24/7 for any type of poison prevention or exposure questions. So food poisoning, medications, alcohol, anything you have questions on, whether it's an exposure or drug info question, we're here to answer. We will ask for your name, zip code, phone number, but that is, again, HIPAA and confidential. And if you don't want to give it, then that's also an option as well.
Well, it sounds like it's very comprehensive for things other than just Thanksgiving and holidays. But thank you very much. We're out there. Thank you for trying to keep the community safe.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Dr. Silver also told me about another hazard during Thanksgiving and other family holidays, and that is exposure to medications. Often visiting family and friends carry medication with them and forget about it in their purse or coat pocket, which is easy for kids to find. These medications are dangerous, especially to children, so make sure you have a safe place at your house. The same goes for cigarettes and vapes, which are also harmful if swallowed. Should something happen, call the Poison Control Hotline. It's the same number everywhere in the United States. I recommend putting the number in your cell phone to keep handy as well.
So wait a minute, Hawkeye. What you're really saying is that vaping and smoking are bad for you.
They're extremely bad for you.
And then you
yes.
can either smoke, you can vape, you can inhale. It's all bad.
You can do all of it, and it is all bad, yes.
Thanksgiving dinner can be a great time to catch up with extended family and friends as long as the conversation steers clear of certain topics. But you know your audience is going to tell you, my family, we don't follow this next part of advice, but you might want to. Just like this last year, following the presidential election. Tension over politics can remain high. We asked psychologist Dr. Jessica Hamilton some pointers on positive table talk this Thanksgiving. It does begin with setting some boundaries.
I think the person that's hosting has a lot of ability to kind of help set the stage, if you will, of saying, hey, why don't we focus on this activity, right? And setting that to be something that brings people together. I also am going to ask that we respect that these topics not be something that comes to the table with you. We can all have differing opinions, and as long as somebody isn't trying to force you to believe their beliefs, you should also be able to be respectful of others. But if you're going to that table, if you're going to that family activity, the reason you choose to go is for the family and for those values associated with the family, and bringing together and focusing on that love. The holidays are supposed to be this wonderful time of coming together and celebrating a lot of different things, right? But at the core of it is family. And instead, a lot of times people get overwhelmed with trying to make sure that the meal is perfect, or that everybody's getting along, or that they have the right present or gift. And it can kind of take the joy away from the holidays if you're not careful. Take a step back and ask yourself why you're doing all of this. Does your family care if things are exactly perfect, and even what is perfect? It's about being together and celebrating that time. When anybody is getting anxious, we look for seeking control. So control could be having the house perfect. It could be making sure all of the meal is done exactly how it's supposed to. But it also could just be having a general plan and delegating things appropriately. So knowing that, you have people who are bringing side dishes and relinquishing, that control and giving it to them, making sure that you're not putting too much on yourself.
That looks pretty good. I do enjoy some good holiday chat around our table, and since it's a Chiefs game, Chiefs are our home team, and we'll be talking a little Chiefs football. I'm sure it's your home team, right?
Well, my family roots for the Chiefs, but, I brainwashed my family since I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Steelers.
What?
But as far as I can tell, the Steelers and the Chiefs are having the same roller coaster ride, and both of them.
The Steelers are like an old myth. What the heck happened out there? It's like Jedi Knights. Do they really exist?
Yeah, at least 6 Super Bowls trophies are in their closet, so that's not too bad.
I hear what you're talking
I might be
about.
living in the past, but
yeah, maybe a few years ago, especially if I think maybe Aaron Rodgers was still actually the quarterback back then too. It's been so long. All right, so I think Hawkeye. What's your Thanksgiving tradition like?
Yeah, I think it's the same. It's eating, enjoying. Most of the time I'm working most holidays, but that's okay, trying to get people better so they can get home. But I think it's a warm-up. It's a warm-up for football, really going into the weekend where we have the culmination of the regular season of college football, which is one of the greatest events that we do have here in America. So it starts on Friday with a lot of rivalry games, and then, of course, Saturdays as well. But that is what it is. It'll be a whole weekend of football, and I would say, rock chalk, go Irish, and roll Tide.
Okay, I don't know about that whole roll Tide thing, but I was just at our house. It's a big table, a lot of folks around, and a lot of family and some friends, and it's a pretty good conversation. My wife started this thing a number of years ago. It's pretty good. We start with the alphabet like A, and you have to tell everybody something that you're grateful for that starts with the letter A, and it goes to each person. And we usually get through the alphabet about twice to get around before people run out of ideas, especially around X and Z. But it's a lot of fun, and we have a great time at Thanksgiving.
That's a great idea. We are not as complicated. We just do. Everybody gets one thankful thing about one another. But I think you made it very academic. I'm proud.
Yeah, well, my wife did. I didn't. I want the brace of the family. We have a lot of fun. All right.
Well, a lot of you know that I'm also a transplant surgeon and have worked many a holiday over my career. Matter of fact, I recall that I had a streak that I did liver transplant in 7 consecutive years on Thanksgiving, which is unbelievable because I got to do the transplant and come home and be thankful and spend some time with my family after a liver transplant. But it comes with the job. So here at the health system, we're really proud to say that a number of our employees enjoy working on Thanksgiving. They often volunteer for their shift, and Alexis Del Cid caught up with one such nurse who explains why.
Dr. Kumer, Nurse Erin Pulcini works here in the cardiothoracic surgery intensive care unit, and this is where she cares for the most fragile of heart patients. And believe it or not, Erin says she requests to work Thanksgiving every year because she says caring for the patients who simply can't go home to be with their families on the holiday is one of her passions. So let's go meet Erin. Erin, thank you so much for letting us be part of your world for just a little bit today. What would a typical day as a cardiac ICU nurse be like?
A typical day is you start the day with 0 beds for any of the incoming patients, and we just have to shuffle, get patients out, get patients in from the operating room, the emergency room, wherever they come from. We have to find room for them to care for them.
On a holiday, is there any difference, or is it just as busy?
It can be just as busy. It's truly feast or famine on holidays, whether the holiday is Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Some days it's no patients, and other days it's people just lining up to come in.
Can you talk a little bit about why you like working on Thanksgiving?
Oh man, Thanksgiving is one of my most favorite holidays to work because we truly take it as our family here on the unit. You know, we have a potluck, we go door to door with our patients, we do arts and crafts, we give them food, we liberalize their diets.
What does that mean, liberalize the diet?
Oh, you know, it's a cardiac unit, so it's supposed to be low salt, low fat, but you gotta have your turkey, your mashed potatoes, your buns, your corn, anything, any pumpkin pie, any dessert that they want. We kind of spoil them on the holidays for sure.
It's a cheat day.
Oh, absolutely.
And you enjoy doing that.
Yes.
That is so unique because the holidays can be super fragile for some people emotionally, because while you're choosing to be here, they can't go home. And they might feel really sad about that. How is that emotionally for you, and how do you handle that when you interact with the patients?
Specifically for the family aspect, you know, like I already said, we treat this as our family, and I treat my family knowing that I'm gonna go take care of somebody else who can't be with their family, and just raise the awareness and say, like, while you're here today, I'm your family. You know, we make phone calls, we do FaceTime, anything that we can do to make them feel at home.
And how does your family feel about that?
Oh, my kids love it.
They do? Tell me more.
Yeah. Every year for Thanksgiving, my husband actually smokes turkey for the unit. It's usually 2 turkeys, and the kids bring in the treats and the turkeys and everything. So yeah, it's fun.
It's a family affair.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We are so thankful to have you on our team.
Thank you.
Thanks, Erin.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Well, that's just amazing. I mean, you know, our folks are incredible, right? They postpone their family time for our patients' time, and then they just take another day for themselves and their family. But it's just incredible to listen to that story.
You know, and I've worked with many patients over the years with cystic fibrosis and transplant, lung transplant, and it's fascinating to me. You know, they are often grateful on Thanksgiving to be getting the care that they need from this amazing team. And like you, I'll often come in and round on them on that day because I know it's hard for them. And even if I'm not on service, I'll come in and see them. And you know, there is a special bond. Holidays are hard when you're hospitalized, but it's a lot better when, I think, as physicians and nurses and all of our teams on the unit form these kind of bonds with patients to help them through the day. And actually, it gives you a sense of doing the right thing by taking care of them at a time like that. You know, the emergency department was where, unfortunately, some folks will visit tomorrow, but we're going to be ready for you. Backyard football and early morning turkey trots can result in some folks overexerting themselves, and it can lead to injuries. I've never done that. Okay, maybe I have. Cooking can also lead to cuts and burns, and alcohol also can be involved in the overexertion and cooking accidents listed above. But it may surprise you that a leading reason folks will visit the emergency department is overindulgence.
Hello, we are here in the emergency department at the University of Kansas Health System. With tomorrow being Thanksgiving, we wanted to give you kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what our amazing doctors and nurses are expecting to see tomorrow. Joining me right now is Dr. Sarah Selby. She is the medical director here in the emergency department. Thank you so much for taking time.
Thanks for having me. It's exciting to talk about this.
So what kind of things are you expecting to see tomorrow?
So Thanksgiving is kind of a typical day for us. We kind of sometimes will see a lower volume, but then things pick up where we might have some patients that come in, their family members have noticed that there's some changes that maybe weren't noticed before, so they come to get checked out. We'll also see people who are eating a little bit more salt and indulging in Thanksgiving, and they might have more problems where we're seeing a lot of swelling and concerns for heart failure exacerbations.
Wow, okay. What kind of holiday-related accidents do you see, not just tomorrow, but through the new year?
We see our typical car crashes and a lot of other traumas that we'll see, but sometimes we will see choking, maybe some deep-fried turkeys and some burn injuries, but a lot of our typical stuff that we'll see.
So what do you do? What are some fun things that you guys do since these doctors and nurses and staff can't be home with their families? What do you do to kind of make it fun for them while working Thanksgiving?
So in the ER, we do a lot of shift work, but we will have groups that will do potlucks. So in the hospital, they'll provide some food for the hospital staff, but also all of our staff will bring in fresh baked goods from home, and we do our own Thanksgiving in the department. So it's a lot of fun.
That's fun. Have you picked up any recipes from anyone over the years by doing that?
I have learned not to eat things that have mayonnaise because then we all get sick. But everything else has been great. We make a lot of cheesecakes and pumpkin cheesecakes, so that's what we usually bring.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I don't think I've ever had pumpkin cheesecake. Yeah. That's delicious. That's a quick look behind the scenes in our emergency department. We hope you have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Back to you.
And another thing, everyone, watch your salt intake. Salt's great, but it can get people with high blood pressure into trouble or heart failure because you can retain fluid. And if you get too much fluid, you can be back in the emergency room. Speaking of too much fluid, you've got boys, Dr. Kumer. Have you made any emergency room visits over the years? Be around a pre or post-dinner backyard football game?
Yeah, there have been a few broken bones, bruises, and hurt feelings probably over the years.
Yeah.
Hurt feelings didn't have to go to the ER, but yeah, absolutely. It seems to be standard fare, I think.
Yeah, but people do have to be a little careful. You can see that thing where people have a lot of salt on their food and they do end up in heart failure and come to the emergency room. There is that sort of 5, 6, or 7 o'clock kind of rush that happens after people eat. So just be thoughtful, even though as you enjoy the Thanksgiving bounty.
And remember,
yes,
listen to your mom. Chew your food.
Absolutely chew
your food. Your food. Yes, chew your food. Choking is a major hazard on
So we can really chew really, but this is great. We can talk. All right, as much fun as this holiday can be, we are acknowledged off the top of this program that our hospitals are full of some really sick folks. I have several patients admitted this year. I think you do too.
Absolutely, yes. Our transplant patients are typically very thankful if they've just received a life-saving organ. Others who are waiting for an organ and are too sick to be home may find this holiday hard to navigate. Thankfully, we've got a team full of people who spend time giving hope to our sicker patients. This group of people are our chaplains. Let's check in with Angie Frizzo inside Bell Sanctuary.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Chaplain Andrea Roth. Thank you for taking the time to sit down with us because I know you are busy.
Absolutely. No, it's always an honor to spend time with y'all.
Wonderful. Well, tell us a little bit about the challenges that a lot of families have when it comes to the holidays, because this is tough. It's tough to be in a hospital.
It really is. I think the biggest thing is that it's an interruption to ritual. Whether the ritual is a big family gathering or going down to the plaza to see the lights turn on or drives with your family in pajamas with hot chocolate to see what the city looks like. The holidays are so much about ritual and memory and triggering those memories through these shared traditions, and being in the hospital is an interruption to all of that.
Right. So what do you tell families when they're struggling, when they're stuck here?
Well, a lot of what we try to do is engage whoever is here, whether that's the patient or the family members, in helping us understand what they are missing, and then doing our best to either let them tell us all of those stories or connecting them to a member of staff that might share some aspect of that story with them. And then whenever possible, encouraging them to bring it here. They can decorate their rooms, they can have music playing. A lot of the units really get festive this time of year, and trying to remind them that everybody here is here during a holiday. And so we're all missing some of those things, and so we can all create them together too.
And you guys will have chaplains available on Thanksgiving. You do for all the holidays, right?
Absolutely, 24/7, 365. We are always available. We have a chaplain on call anytime, day or night, for urgent needs, but also sometimes just to talk. Loneliness is a really big reason why we get called to units, and it's a piece of what we can offer that we value a lot.
Right. We have a chapel here inside the health system. We actually have two. Yep. And we really try to work with all faiths, correctly?
We really do. A very specific piece of our training is to learn as much as we can about how to respectfully engage people in all traditions, whether it aligns with the one that we come from or not. And even folks who are of no religious faith, there's still a spiritual connection that matters to everybody. And if that's broken, then that's going to create distress. And we know that being in the hospital brings spiritual distress.
Yeah. Okay, and speaking of Thanksgiving, we're all kind of pausing and thinking about what we're thankful for, and sometimes being in the hospital is a turning point. It's what people can be thankful for, but I wanted to ask you, what are you thankful for this year?
This year, I am most thankful for, it sounds trite, but it's completely true, for my family. I have just a phenomenal family between my husband and our 5 kids and our extended family and time with parents, and just continuing to pray for extended health for those that we love.
Yeah. Thank you very much for taking the time to be with us. Back to you guys in the studio.
You know, this has been an absolutely great discussion. There is a lot to be thankful for. You know, I'm always kind of thankful for the same thing at Thanksgiving, and it's my family and my friends. And my wife always says it's her favorite holiday, and it's because we gather everyone together near and far. We're around the table together. We may have 10 people. Normally we're like 20 or 30 people. But it's a time of laughter, it's a time of joy, it's a time for giving thanks for the blessings that we have. And you know, it's that song, It's a Wonderful World. And I think Thanksgiving helps bring that home. But it's about our family. How about you?
Yeah, much the same. I'm thankful for my family, my friends, you know, coming to work at a place like the University of Kansas Health System with all these wonderful colleagues that work 24/7, 365. And I'm thankful for all of you in our audience, and even you guys.
Yeah, it's hard. What about our studio team?
Oh my gosh.
I think we got to be thankful for these guys.
Oh my gosh,
they
put up so much.
Us, right? That's gonna be one of the hardest jobs in the world. Huh?
Cut, retake.
Yeah. What are you thankful for?
Thankful for the studio team making us look and sound good, hopefully. But no, it is really just trying to get back to those simple things, as you have all talked about. It is the company you're with, your friends, your family, and most importantly, hopefully, everybody's health as well. And I think when you focus on those simple things, it does make overall life a lot easier every day, and especially on these holidays.
We wish you, and I wish you, a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Thank you, good sir, and thank you, my friend. Hey, remember, every day of the year, faith, hope, and science. And on this day, some really great food. Have a great Thanksgiving.
I have a lot to be thankful for. I've got 4 healthy boys, a husband that I've been married to for 31 years, a wonderful job here at KU, been here for 20 plus years, so I have lots to be thankful for.
This Thanksgiving, I'm really thankful for my family's health and my babies being able to have their first Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm thankful for all of my amazing coworkers, friends that I've been able to gain over the past 6 months, and I love being able to raise the new grads and teach them and let them learn and be a part of a great place to work.
This year, I am super thankful that I just adopted a second 20-pound cat, so now I'm a proud owner of 40 pounds of cats.
I'm thankful for friends and family. We are actually not from Kansas, so my family is back on the East Coast. So we're thankful for all the friends and people we've met at our jobs and at our home, and all the support we have here where we live.
Living each day like a rock star. And working here, I love KU.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful because I'm a new grad down here and everybody has been so supportive. But most importantly, I'm thankful for my little dachshund, Peanut, and to have a great job to support him.
My little 2-year-old and all the adventures he gives me, and he's pretty amazing.
I'm thankful for my friends that make ordinary days so much fun.
This Thanksgiving, I am just really thankful for the beautiful life that I get to live and for my friends and my family.
Well, I'm grateful to have such a wonderful family, have amazing co-workers and mentors around here. It's a wonderful place to be.
I am thankful for my family, my coworkers, and our amazing little baby patients that we get to take care of in the NICU.
I am thankful for my entire family will be together and doing Thanksgiving dinner, and then I am just hanging out with my friends and everyone. Yeah. I'm thankful for my friends and family. I'm thankful that I get to be in a career where I can help people and help them during a time of need and time of, you know, a lot of unknowns, and just be a hand to hold, and just thankful for all my coworkers that I do it alongside with, and just thankful for all the doctors, nurses, everyone out there.
Subscribe to our morning medical update and open mics with Dr.